Cougar Nation, thanks for sticking around for part 2. And if you haven't seen part 1 yet, make sure to go back and watch it. It was a good one. Talked about some raspberries and volleyball, of course, So here in this next part, we're going to talk a little bit more about BYU, you getting here and being on the team now. And so you said you were reaching out to them via email. And so, how did that process work for you?
Yeah, so I reached out to them with email, and then I was pretty close friends with the Durkins and Terry Nita, who was like one of the administration people here, and I would just have them in Sean's ear. Yeah. just trying to get them to just give me a chance, and then actually it was like once I got home from my mission, it came to oh, you athletes need to register for classes, and I was like, what? I haven't heard any what do you mean I need to register for classes? And then that day I got a call from Sean, and he's like, so that was the year after COVID, where the season was cut short for those guys, and he was like, so all these guys have another year of eligibility, so all of our guys are returning, so we don't know if we have a spot, but we're going to put you on this extended trial basically for the whole preseason to see if we want you to join the team or not. And so I did that, and it's kind of funny. I don't know if he remembers this, but my first in-person meeting with him, he was like, yeah, so all the guys returned, and we probably won't have a spot, but hey, you got a chance. I was like, I'll show you guys, but
yeah. Do you feel like that makes you appreciate being here more?
Yeah, I think it definitely puts a chip on my shoulder, because I feel like volleyball, just the character of the sport is so hard to just master and get good at the skills, and so I definitely started off just very raw, or it was I was athletic, but I didn't have any of the skills to play at this level, but I think they saw that I had potential with my athleticism, that they could refine those skills, and then just because I didn't play club or any of that, I was a baby in the sport.
Yeah.
Which I feel helped my learning curve when it came to those skills grow exponentially. Whereas when you're in a sport for a while, it's hard to learn, break habits and stuff.
Yeah, because you spend all this time different coaches. I find myself even now from these coaches I had a few years ago, still thinking about what they said to me when I'm getting coached to do something different, and it's definitely a battle. That you have to just drop what you thought you knew and just kind of do that. So that is kind of an upside of being young in the sport, is you can just absorb everything and there's nothing stopping you from kind of getting that. And so this is your third year here. Third year here. Looking back, how do you feel your growth and progress has been?
Dude, it's night and day almost. I was talking to one of my other teammates. I'm not gonna say his name because he it was kind of funny, because he was talking to me. He was like, "Man, your first year here, you sucked. I don't know how you made the team." And I was like, "Yeah, me neither." And then he was like, "Then just out of nowhere, you just started getting blocks all of a sudden this next year, and you're playing a lot better." And I was like, "Yeah, dude, it's cool to and it's really cool for me, I guess, to see the growth is very visible, whereas in basketball it's hard to see when you're improving because." You're just so stagnant at one point, so it's been fun.
Yeah, and then you got married here.
Yeah.
So when did you get married?
I got married in May, so this last May.
In this last May, so this is recently.
Yeah, this is pretty recent.
And so you gotta tell us a story.
Yeah, so I got sent home from a mission at 21 months because of COVID to make room for all the foreign missionaries coming in, and she had to leave her college at the same time because of COVID and stuff, and then we had. The Durkins were our mutual friends, and we were just playing grass volleyball during the summer, because I was like, hey, I need to start getting a volleyball in my hand if I'm trying to walk on to BYU.
Yeah.
And so we just started playing volleyball, and then we just hit it off playing volleyball, and then she committed to play at Wyoming that year, and she stayed a couple extra weeks in Vegas, and then literally we FaceTimed and till 6 in the morning she was leaving for Wyoming, and that's when I asked her to be my girlfriend, and then she left for Wyoming. Didn't see her for a month, and then we just been long distance till last May.
Yeah.
And then now she transferred here for her 5th year. So
how has that been?
It's been really nice.
Yeah.
I'm going to a lot more girls volleyball games, but
yeah,
it's been nice having her here.
What is it like? And my fiance's on the volleyball team,
Uh-huh.
and so, but I mean I don't play volleyball, and so
Yeah.
what's it like, having your significant other in the same sport as you?
It's like, it's cool because there's like such a relatability. Like, I'm gonna compare it to like my dad talking to me about my sports. He's never played any of the sports I played, so like I wouldn't listen to him when he'd say anything. But like talking to her about like sports and like she can help me, and I feel like I can help her in some ways. And then I don't know, just watch, because volleyball is like, it's a sport that if you don't play, it's hard to understand.
Mm-hmm.
And so just watching her like do stuff and like being able to like fully understand it and appreciate it, I think helps me like build her up and like our relationship. It's cool.
Man, that's so cool. And then like you guys can just like, so I mean we played in that grass
Yeah.
tournament thing over the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I'm glad you didn't go hard. I would have had broken teeth and whatnot. Like
That's the thing, I was going hard. I'm not very good at grass.
No, that was fun though. I don't know, winter's coming. It's like
Yeah, it's cold.
Vegas is not cold. Obviously we'll throw that out there. That's an easy fact. So I kind of coming here in the cold. Like what was?
Dude, I hate the snow.
Yeah.
And then learning to drive in the snow. But yeah, it sucks. Like going to morning waits at 6 a.m. and there's just snow on the ground. It's pretty miserable.
It's just pitch black outside.
Yeah.
I think that's got to be the worst part. Is that like it's just dark all the time.
Yeah.
It's like not only are you sad because it's cold, you're also sad because it's just dark.
It's like by the time I wake up, it's dark, and then I go to school, practice. By the time I leave practice, it's dark. So you like never see the day.
Exactly. No, we're starting to get to that point. So we're practicing outside for football right now. It's like 35 degrees. I'm out there. I'm like, oh man, just sad. I'm like, dang it. And then like the sun is like, I see the sun just setting, and I'm going like, oh, it's gonna be dark when we're practicing pretty soon. It's just miserable. But hey, I love football. So. And so since being here, how do you feel like? I mean, walking on. Did you know a couple guys on the team, right? Or
no.
You know anybody on the team?
On the team.
So how was your relationships like as a walk-on, as someone who was young in the sport?
I think that was like my biggest first impression here, was just like how welcoming the guys were.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of them knew I was a walk-on, but they were just like, they just instantly brought you to the family, and that was like a culture that I really loved and appreciated. Especially like Zach Eschenberg, he just makes everybody around him just feel loved.
Yeah.
It was cool, because it's like first year at college, you're trying to walk on this sport and trying to balance like long distance girlfriends, just having those guys, especially during COVID, where they wouldn't like, we were basically, you can go to the apartment, your house, and practice, and that's it.
Yeah.
So it was cool to have those guys around me.
Yeah. And so, do you feel like they also helped you get better?
Yeah, definitely. Like, Mickey is a guy that I still talk to today. Just ask advice, like, how do I do this better? How do I do this better? And he's playing pro now, and he's just a really good, down-to-earth dude.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things about sports is just like we have this love for the game, but also being around the people that have the exact same love. Mm-hmm. And so like that, just like, and then being around them all the time. So then you spend how many hours a week? Tons. Yeah.
Ton.
So like spending just hours around the guys that like have the same, motivation as you. They have the same like loves and desires. And so it's just like I've made some of my best friends through football.
Yeah.
And so that's so fun about sports. Well, appreciate you for the second part. The next part, we're gonna kind of go into the future of what you see in your life. So Cougar Nation, be sure to stick around for that part 3, because it's gonna be a good one. Thanks for watching part 2. Thank you for watching this interview. Please like and subscribe so you don't miss the other 2 parts of this interview, plus all of our other interviews we do with BYU athletes. We also like to give a special thanks to our Cougar Board insiders for making this possible.